So we've talked about stage directions, and in this video, I want to help you to make your own scene in your home with just things around the house. I know all of you are practicing social distancing and staying at home a lot, so why not have some fun and create a scene together? So I'm going to give you some tools to help you think about how to create a scene just with things around the house. So the first thing we're going to do is think about the things that we need to make our scene. So a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end to it. So that's the first thing we need. So beginning, middle, and end. The other thing I want you to think about is something silly or challenging that's happened at home while you've been at home. So example that I have is, see this little bunny? My dog Felice accidentally chewed one of these little bunnies that belongs to my daughter. So we came into the room, there she is. We came into the room and found it. So it was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that dog chewed up one of these cute little characters. So that was a funny, kind of challenging thing that happened at home. So that's gonna be the middle of my story, the conflict of my story. So I've got my beginning, my middle, and my end, and the thing that happens that's a little bit challenging or a conflict in your story. And then from there, you can think about what's the beginning and what's the middle of the story, or what's the end of the story. I know that the middle is going to be what happens to the bunny. So I think that I'll have the beginning of my story be that I'm just sitting and maybe reading a book, minding my own business. And then all of a sudden I turn around and look in the middle of the floor to find that the bunny has been chewed up. And then I have to think, what could the end of my story be? Maybe there's something in my home too that could help me to write the story. So maybe I'm gonna look around my house, think about what I could use to make the end of the story. And I looked around and I saw this guitar over here. So maybe in my story, instead of, maybe my dog decided to chew up this little toy because she was feeling lonely or sad. So maybe I decide to sing some music in the end of the scene to help her so that she doesn't do that in the future. So maybe that would be the end of my story. So the beginning would be sitting, maybe talking to someone else in my house. The middle is noticing what happens to this bunny, and the end is figuring out what we're gonna do about it. So I want you at home to think, what's something silly that's happened or challenging that's happened in your house? And then what was the beginning of that story? And what could be the end? It doesn't have to be what really happened. It doesn't have to be, taking the bunny away or going upstairs or doing something else. It could be something different that you want to decide. You get to be the storyteller in this process, and you get to decide what happens at the end. So have fun with it.